Yeah. All habits die hard. What can I say? Tomorrow.
Welcome to iZilly, my daily luggage channel where I do crazy things to see. 'Cause I'm silly, I don't never get tired of having fun, and that's what I want iZilly to be number one.
So let's try again and see how this one came out. Now we used masking tape. Yay, at least this came off. Well, that looks better. Just needs to dry now. So I'll put it on the shelf and let it dry. Ugh, what a boring weather. It's raining. Naff. This is the deck. This is just some glue residue. Has to come off. I'll sand it off, no problem. It'll come off, don't worry. But the thing is that this is only a 4-ply deck, and I don't know why. It must be because of the high of humidity in the air. It hasn't completely dried yet. The glue is dry, but not hardened, and I can show that by doing this. Look at this here. This is the deck. Look how twisty it is right now. Don't do that too much if you have a deck that does this. Just leave it to dry for a day or so, and it will go all crisp. Right now, it's a little bit flexy if you look at this. And also, when you cut it out, it's going to be a smaller deck, so you'll have a lot easier to get it to the desired shape. So yeah, it's a little bit strange. You can do that now and then, but don't just rip your board in pieces. It will eventually go hard. Just why I always, before I sand them, I'll leave them a day or so. I'm trying to straighten out my veneers because now they've been dyed, so I've just put them in the vise. I haven't tightened totally hard, but it's just enough to squeeze them so they'll be completely straight. So yeah. But Lasse is coming out here shortly, and don't know what we're going to be doing. Maybe some kendama. It's raining, so we can't do anything outside. We both have a plan of trying to make a kendama from the very bottom. So that's going to be interesting. And Sally is out in the rain. Both me and Lasse want to try and make a kendama. Lasse already started making that strange project of gluing a whole lot of wood together. And I have an idea that I want to see if I could borrow a lathe and trying to make my own. I actually have part of a lathe. If you look at my sander, it's actually a lathe, but I don't have the spare parts to make it work again. So, you're getting wet, madam. It's strange. Normally she don't like the rain. She don't want to be out in it. Right now she's fine with it. You're gonna get wet. Crazy puppy. Oh, we still have those bloody hornets. Yo guys, Lasse and I are having an experiment on how to try and make a bowl from a piece of wood using a piece of board with a hole in it. I'll probably show you how it turns out later on, but it should work. We've seen videos with it, and it seems to be a way of making your own bowls or like round things. And we started out from a block of these, so we're gonna see how it works. This is just a test, guys. That's why if this works and it turns out very good, we're gonna get some better quality wood and probably make our own kendama balls from that. Yay! So, also I need to cut out some more wood and put in for the fingerboard to put in the molds. I'm gonna do that right now because Lasse is busy doing that, so I can do this meanwhile. Yay! So yeah, interesting to see how that's gonna go with making our own kendama balls. If that's gonna work, it's gonna be nice because that means that we can almost make a complete kendama balls, kendamas ourselves. Plus that's a lath. What do you call it? A lathe? A lath? But that's actually what it is. I'll see if I can find out to get the other parts to get the fully functioning again. So we'll see about that. So Lasse, Sally and I are out walking. Sally, I'm on my rollerblades. It's been raining, as you can see, so it's a little bit slippy. And Lasse is jumping all the snails on the road. Boom! See, this is what we want them to put at my mum and dad's place. All the scooters can't go rushing that quick by. So Paul was changing Sally's water after he'd been for a walk, and we have a visitor. Mr. Toad! Hello! I'll probably have to put him down the garden again because Sally will probably mess him up. So I'll grab him in a second. I'll get him down the garden. Oops. Come on. Come here. Come here, you. Ooh, he's a large one. Look. Large toad. Hey, hello, Toad. Hello. Pretty eyes. Grow up. Funny story about one of my dad's work colleagues. He was like a fitness freak. He was like huge, like so muscular and tall, like a completely shaven head and big goatee. He looked like really roughneck, riding a motorcycle and being a tough guy. And one day at work, my dad saw him come running, screaming up because he saw a little frog down a hole where they were digging. So he's afraid of toads and stuff like that. I don't understand that. I'm not afraid of toads. I'm not afraid of frogs. I think they're lovely creatures. I love reptiles, like lizards and stuff. Big dream is that I can get a snake one day, or biggest dream, a frilled dragon. I love those. They're so funny, but they need a lot of space. And to be honest, I do prefer to see the animals in the normal habitat and not in an encaged environment. Yep. I'm putting you down here now. Alright, there you go. There you go. Are you happy now? Have you peed on my hand? No, you have not. Yeah, you can say hello to it, Sally, but don't bite it or anything. Yeah. Hello, Toad. Alright, guys, as you can see, Les is still at it. This is what we started with. It's taking the time, but it's coming out well. See, from this to that. That is kind of awesome. That's how they look together. Fairly about the same size. Not very much off though. That one's slightly a little bit smaller, but considering this is just made by having a hole in a piece of wood and a sander, it's really come out well. And yeah, it started like that. Started from the bud and now we're here. So yeah, and then when Lasse is done with his, I'm gonna try and do mine. A little while later, and the piece of wood is now turned into a bowl. This is handmade, guys. The only downside is that because it's cheap wood we found, it's got a crack there. But it's handmade, and I need to drill a hole in it to fit it for my kendama. But it looks really nice. It's as round as I can get it by hand, and Lasse is playing with his homemade aluminium kendama. He made that from scratch himself. So yeah, it's really heavy. And look around at Lasse's neck. That is a homemade bowl on his USA can, which is, I will need to go a bit further away. But yeah, he's using his homemade wooden bowl, which using the tool we had. And it worked really well, guys. Surprisingly well. To think that this bowl here is made out of an old fence pole. It's a little bit crazy. But I'm gonna just just wipe it off with the cloth, and then I'm gonna drill the hole after that and just give it a light sanding. Luna! And then I will paint it. I want mine to be nice and red. I like red. So I have an extra spare bowl. But these are very light, guys, because they're not expensive wood. They're not really proper wood. They're like cheap wood, definitely. But the problem with Lasse's USA kendama was that the handle was so light compared to his Tama, the bowl. The bowl is called Tama on the kendama. So he couldn't do hand rolls properly because the ball was so heavy compared to the handle, so it just slid right out of the hand really. But now because he got a lighter ball with a lighter handle, it goes well together. So that's sweet and awesome and epic and cool and crazy and yeah. Ooh, your new ball. I'll just grab another one. That's the whole thing. Lasse got like what 7, 8 kendamas now, if not more.
Maybe 20.
Yeah, with the homemade as well. He got like homemade robots and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm gonna be drilling a hole now, and then I'm gonna be finishing this bowl up and painting it. So it's gonna be nice and awesome. Woo! Lasse just took home because he got school tomorrow. He's on his education. But it worked really, really well doing the wooden balls, the Kendama Tama, with that new tool we made. And just make a hole in a board and get close to the sander and just keep turning. And it takes time, and while you do, you suddenly think like, this is not going to work. It looks completely crooked, but keep going, and suddenly it's there. We saw it on a YouTube video and we're like, wow, impressive. So that's what we're going to do. We also have high hopes in maybe trying to build some kendamas ourselves, like very large. We need to find someone who got a lathe. I think it's called a lathe or something like that. The spinning thing. And we're going to see if we can get to use an industrial one, which is larger, so we can find some nice piece of wood and we can make a very large kendama. I mean, my dream is to make one which is about reaching me like about there. Mainly just for display, and you probably ask yourself, or some might do, why do you want to have such a big kendama if you can't use it? Well, because I can, if I can make it. But I am going up now to edit this video, which one right now, and then I'm going to have a shower while that uploads, and then I'm off to bed. Yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had fun making it, because it was fun doing something new with Lasse and me. And finding out that we had success in it. And what I did right now, just before I finish off, what I did is there was a crack. You could see that I showed on the bowl because it's cheap wood. What I did is I took some of the sawdust and mixed that with wood glue and filled up the hole with that, and just overlapped it a little bit. And now that's dry. And so tomorrow I can keep sanding, and the bowl will be all done. Then I have to make on the bowl here. You can see there's like a groove. There's the actual hole. I made the hole. Then there's a groove, which helps it catching the point. I'm going to make that, and then when that's done, I'm going to be painting the bowl nice and red. So I have my own bowl, which is cool. My own homemade kendama bowl. So yeah, it's great making stuff yourself, and I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys do want to try and make your own stuff as well. Still thoughts about when I'm going to be doing the fingerboard web series. Because I need to make sure that everything is planned up for it, and I want to be getting things ready and writing down. I'm making really a script for doing these videos so I get everything right. Alright, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take good care. I love you all. Peace.